but the team more or less picks itself, doesn't it? You'd have thought, because based on a couple of injuries, based on who sort of misses out, based on Darwin having the flu or whatever he's got, you're looking at it and thinking, oh, well, I'll pick a team now and feel free to buzz in if you think I'm wrong with the big family fortune style. But hopefully I won't hear that. So you'd imagine Alisson in goal. Andy Robertson comes off last night. Chewika stays on, so I'm going Robbo, I'm going Canate, I'm going Virgil, I'm going Trent, I'm going Gravenberch, I'm going McAllister, I'm going Szoboszlai, because none of them played, and then it's Diaz, Gakpo and Salah. It's hard to imagine anything else, isn't it? I did not hear your family fortune style, unfortunately.
No, I think that's right, yeah. Basically, 10 of them stayed at home.
Feel free to just do that for any, and I say wrong, by the way, in the future. Join in. It's a game we can all play. Go on, sorry, mate.
10 of them that you've just said there stayed at home, didn't he? 9, because Gakpo and Robertson both played. And stayed at home, probably, nice little green tea on the go, watching the match, feet up, recovering after training, all sorts of just comfortableness for them on a Wednesday night. And then Gakpo obviously gets a goal in 60 minutes or so, and Robertson, I thought was, he's been in and out, hasn't he, a little bit over the last couple of weeks and months, and he's probably been fighting to try and arrest that sort of slide, and I think he has looked a bit better the last couple of weeks, and he'll definitely want to capitalise on that. That was the only question mark for me, and then seeing the fact that Kostas gets the 90 minutes and it's Wednesday, Saturday, 3 p.m. sort of thing, I think you're right with the team spot on.
Yeah, it's spot on. It's hard to imagine anything different, isn't it, Abby?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything different, to be honest. I think seeing Robertson play at centre-back last night, I was thinking that looks a little bit uncomfortable, and I think that probably didn't help Quanta in the way he was playing. He's used to the likes of Van Dijk being next to him and carrying him through. I mean, it wasn't Robbo's speciality, let's just say that, but he comes off on 60, I think around 60, and I think that was the sign. I thought to myself, whoever comes off here, Kostas or Robbo, they're going to play, basically. I mean, I'm a Joe Gomez mega fan. When I look at the team and the fact that he's back fit now, I don't think you throw him straight back in, but I think we're all moaning about that left-back position at the minute, and like Mike's just said, Robertson has improved, and, Kostas is probably playing slightly better than Robbo at the minute, but that's the position, if you look at our starting 11, where we're struggling the most. I think if you could change anything out in that starting 11, it's got to be the left-back position, and I do prefer Joe Gomez at centre-back, and obviously right back positions more is, that's what he's comfortable with. But when you've seen Joe Gomez at left back, I have loved him there at times. I thought he's played really well there, and I think that's good cover for that position. And I think if Robbo does start to get a little bit leggy later on, maybe because Kostas has done the 90, you could throw Gomez on after about maybe about half an hour to go, maybe throw him in at left back or maybe even centre back. But like Mike's just said, they've all had such a long rest that most of them should be able to do the 90 there, to be fair.
Yeah, and that rest, I think, will help them. Listen, there's two schools of thought, isn't there, Ali? This idea of, keeping players in rhythm and, between sort of wrapping them up in cotton wool. And I can see the benefits to both, really. But all these players we've just talked about have had a lot of football this season. I don't think there's many who've had too much necessarily. Do you know what I mean? I think that Slot has generally managed them well, and they've looked fresh, and the fact that we're finishing games so strongly, like winning games late at Brentford and stuff like that. Obviously, winning games off the bench as well, but shows that they're in good nick. But I think this was a really good week because it's not just the pitch time, it's the travel. Do you know what I mean? I love seeing Mo Salah in his gym at home on Instagram and stuff like that. He's just letting everyone know.
Someone looks boss, doesn't
Yeah, he's just letting everyone know I'm just doing a little bit. You know what I mean? And he's not one of them blaggers. You know what I mean? Who's like, you just take a picture in the gym and then go. He's doing the work, like, because that's how he looks. Know my own tricks well there. But yeah, with how he looks, he's sort of, he is doing it. But whether they've been, in the gym at home, or just sort of relaxing with family, putting their feet up, I think it was a good week to do that ahead of this, because there won't be necessarily loads of chances to do that. So I think the manager was completely right, and I'm hoping and actually thinking that we'll see the benefits of it on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that because Bournemouth have now decided to pose a completely different threat to maybe when this fixture was put into the calendar at the start of the season, and even pre-Christmas, I think he's fully understood the threat that they offer. And the position that now we're in across the cup competitions. So I think actually it's come at a perfect time. As you said, the manager prioritises rhythm over probably maybe just behind losing to Nottingham Forest at the start of the season in his level of frustration. But I think this is now come at the right time. As I said, that they would have trained yesterday. I imagine they would still be being active. I don't think they'd have had the day off, but I think he's wrapped who he needed to wrap in cotton wool up. I think he's also he's taken it as the twofold opportunity to see other players in other sort of lads' positions. For example, like Chiesa playing on the right and the left, just to see what he's like for 90 minutes. And then the benefit is you don't have to play Mo Salah away in PSV in a tie that doesn't matter. But I think he's constantly aware of the threat that Bournemouth pose, and he'll want the best players that we have available for that.